I speak unto thee this day, and I say, if my own people will walk in obedience unto me, so are they kept. For I say, when I give the way wherein my people are meant to walk, and they obey me in that, then they are kept by me. But I say, when the ones claiming to be my people are ever deviating from the pathway of life that I provide, then they bring their own sorrows. And I say that the way of disobedience is death. It is indeed destruction and damnation of soul. For I say, when men will choose to oppose me, to disobey me, to walk afar off from me, I say they are choosing the pathway of their own despair. I say you are living in a time when multitudes are covered in death. They are even in death cultures. And I say it is because of disobedience towards me. That is, because they have chosen a way that I, the living God, never ever intended. And I say they've gone in the same. And I say in the process of it all, they brought to themselves the covering of death, and there they remain. For I say, when any man or woman will choose to oppose me, will choose to walk afar off from me, will choose to go in a way that I never intended, what do? I say they take themselves down the road of futility, the way of despair, and there they remain. For I say they are choosing in opposition to what it is that I, the living God, do have for them. And I say they are choosing to go in the way of death rather than the way of life that I provide. Now I say, if you really consider how much mercy that I give to thee every single day, you should be thankful unto me. That is, thankful to be ever guided in truth and light, mercy and hope and peace day by day. For I say, if you really consider the multiplied mercies that I, the living God, do give thee, I say that you will be thankful unto me. But I say, if you grow fatted and full and unthankful, what do? I say you take yourself into the way of indulgence of self. You take yourself into the way of idolatry and spiritual harlotry against me. And I say in the process you are covered in the death that is bound in the same. For I say there are multitudes even now who once served me, followed me, and obeyed me, who have turned aside. That is, they have turned to idols, they have given themselves to vanities and perversions of the truth. And I say in the same, they think they have gained something. All they have gained is the broad way to their own destruction. Now I say that I, the living God, never called my people to be serving a multitude of masters, other gods, other lovers, and thinking somehow they get by on me. For I say, when my own people will begin to connive against me, scheming and plotting to have their way, their hearts are turned from me. For I say you are not meant to have your way, but you are meant to come forth in my way. And I say you are meant to be appreciating my lordship, my rulership over thee. I say this day be thankful that I, the living God, do intend thee to come forth in the truth, the light, the strength of who I am, that you can indeed be ever uplifted in me. And I say that I do intend thee to be thankful, that I purpose thee to be guided in the truth, the light, the mercy of who I am. For I say, if you really consider the blessedness, the truth, the light, the strength, and the mercy that is found in me, I say that I, the living God, am ever present to give the same unto thee. And I say that I am ever present to uplift, direct, correct, and guide thee forth. I say, therefore, this day be glad that I, the living God, am the one who does purpose thee, ever direct thee and guide thee in the truth, the light, the strength that I provide. I say, be thankful that you do not need to walk in desolated places because you are far from me. I say, be thankful that you can be coming forth ever uplifted and directed, guided and instructed in the truth, the blessedness, the strength that I provide. For I say, when you will indeed purpose yourselves to obedience unto me, then you are well-pleasing unto me. But I say, if you are ever deviating, perverting, and twisting the truth to have your own way, I say you are headed in the way of fools. Now I say, in this wicked generation there are many who have given themselves to the foolery, the vanity, the stupidity, the darkness of the age. That is, they have taken on the covering of the world, and I say they are deceived in the same. They have taken on the covering of darkness, they have taken on the covering of futility, and I say they will end in despair. And I say it is because they have chosen to walk in opposition to me. Now I say that I, the living God, do intend that men would be upright, that they would do those things that are well-pleasing, that they could come forth in my way. And I say when men will walk according to my purpose, my plan for them, of course they flourish in me. But I say when men through pride and high-mindedness, rebellion against me, grow contemptuous towards my way, I say they set themselves up for my wrath. That is, they set themselves up to be devastated because they have chosen to live in opposition to me. Now I say that I, the living God, do not call thee to live, to die, to perish as a fool, and be overwhelmed. That is, to go in a way of wayward and careless behavior, a way wherein you have contempt for me. But I say there are endless multitudes in this wicked generation who are doing just that. That is, they are living in death rather than life because they have chosen rebellion against me. Now I say that I, the living God, do give to thee each day the instruction that you have need of to be ever kept in me. And I say, if you will be thankful for what it is that I, the living God, do give unto thee, you will be guided forth in my way. And I say that you will be given the abundance of mercy that I am ever available to give thee, for it is me, the living God, who does purpose thee in the same. And I say that you can come forth made glad that it is me who does privilege thee to walk uprightly in me. Now I say, if a man were to really consider his options, I say there are those who would not take the pathway of death. But I say, because men and women are blinded by the god of this world, because they lend themselves to worldliness rather than keeping in godliness, they are led astray. For I say there is great danger in the world and all of the vanities contained therein. And I say when a man will lend his eyes, his heart, his thoughts unto the world, he is easily swept away. But I say that if a man will keep me as the anchor of his soul, bringing all things into subjectivity unto me, I say that he's not easily deceived. Now I say, if you consider the things that men will abandon their souls for, that is, give themselves over unto, I say they are full of vexation and darkness, stupidity, and full of pride. And I say, when a man will begin to drink the drink of pride, he will easily be intoxicated on the same. For I say, when you are assured that you are right, when you are wrong, know that it is pride. And when you are assured that you are better than everyone else, know that it is pride. And when you are assured that you know your own way, know you are deceived in pride. For I say that pride has multiplied workings, manifestations, and ways that men are deceived by the same. But I say that the end of pride is destruction, for I say that it is abomination unto me. And I say there are multitudes in this wicked generation who are short-circuited by pride and led astray. And I say they give themselves to a multitude of idols, vanities, vexations, and darknesses of soul. And I say in the process they tell themselves they are all right, and they have found their own way. Yes, they have found their own way, which is the way of destruction, the way of damnation of their souls. I say this day, do not be high-minded, do not be independent, do not be proud. But I say instead, be humbly seeking my counsel day by day, be willing to accept the same. For I say, if you will indeed be seeking my counsel, you will find that I, the living God, through my Spirit, will guide thee forth. But I say, if you think that your own religious understanding is superior to my counsel, you prove that you are in pride. Now I say that I, the living God, do not call you to be a law unto yourself, to be independent of me, nor be independent of my people. But I say that I call thee to respect the fact that I am inherent in my own people, and I abide in them. And I say, when you choose to be independent of the same, you are saying that you do not need me. That is, in the sense that if I am indwelling in your brother, your sister, then be willing to accept the counsel that I put through them. That is, in the sense that you are not so great in yourself that you reject all counsel and circumvent yourself through pride. I say this day that there is a way that seems right unto a man, but that way will destroy him. And when men will pervert the truth, when men will circumvent the truth, when men will refuse rebuke and correction, what do? I say they put themselves on the road of despair, the road of futility, the road of damnation. And I say, while they may be basking in their pride, thinking they are some superior being, all they are is a blinded fool. For I say they have chosen the way wherein they will incur and receive my wrath again and again. I say this day that I, the living God, do give to any man or woman who will take the straight and narrow way wherein I abide. And I say, if you will be accepting of that way, walking in the same, you are ever kept by me. I say, and if you will indeed will yourself to the straight and narrow way, I say you will be able to resist the temptation of the broad way, for you will see the deception contained in the same. But I say, if you begin to lend your ear to the suggestions of the liar, to the deception of demons, the broad way will be very attractive unto thee. For I say you will allow yourself to be deceived and blinded because of the lust of your own heart. Now I say that I, the living God, do not call thee to fellowship sinners in the sins that you are ever familiar with their sins. But I say that I call thee to bear witness to the lost, the dying, the perishing, in the sense that you cry out against their sins, that they can be freed from the same. I say there are many who have mistakenly started on the road of testifying to sinners only to become as they are. That is, to be conformed unto the world of sin in order to bear witness of me. How absurd can you be? For I say that I, a living God, intended that my own people would bear witness of me by being conformed unto me. Now I say there are many deceptive devices that the enemy will use to get you to estrange yourself from me. But I say you must learn to be alert in the spirit, not giving way to those things, for the warfare is continual. That is, the war for souls, for your own soul is continual as long as you are upon this earth. And I say, if you will really choose to love, to serve, to obey me, then you must indeed be alert in me. That is, not ever sleeping, but instead fighting the good fight of faith, separating yourself from the defilement, the contamination of sin. Now I say that I, the living God, do not call thee to give over to the reprobate mind that is so dominant in these times. That is, the very mind that is inviting my wrath upon the sons of men, because men are wise in their own conceit. And I say they are vainly puffed up in their own carnal understanding, which is darkness, and their hearts are far from me. And I say they cause the estrangement from my arrangement to beset others likewise, because it is destroying force. I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to be destroyed, but I call thee to come forth ever thankful unto me. And I say that I call thee to be rejoicing that you are given the privilege to partake of the truth, the light, the mercy of who I am. And I say that I call thee to be ever thankful that it is me who does guide thee, direct thee, correct thee, and instruct thee in my way. For I say it is me, the living God, and me alone, that you are meant to please, that you are meant to follow after and obey. Therefore I say, in a wayward, vile, corrupted, and evil generation, keep the humble mind that I desire you to live and abide in, that you can be kept by me. That is, that you do not walk out of the way that I give thee, the way of obedience, the straight and narrow way, but instead that you are purposing yourself each day by willful obedience unto me, and by keeping what it is that you have vowed unto me. That is, ever coming forth in the truth, the light, and the mercy that I offer and provide. And I say that you can be rejoicing that it is me you are privileged to love, to serve, and obey as you are guided in my way.